I love you so much. I think I'm head over heels in love with you." These words kept swirling in Dr. Promzini's mind, making it impossible for her to stop smiling. Hearing the heartfelt confession from the actress made her happier than any other time she'd been confessed to. This was the first time she wanted to hear it over and over again, without getting bored. The video and photos were just an excuse. They never existed. I just wanted to be close to you, so I made up the story about the video and photos." "That's sneaky. You almost made me hate you, you know." "I know. Please don't hate me. I love you so much." If she hated her, she wouldn't let the sweet talker lie on her lap on the sofa like this, let alone kiss her hand repeatedly. And that night, today seemed to be the day to reveal their feelings, as the beautiful doctor seemed to have some lingering questions. "The night of my bachelorette party, why didn't you?" "I did leave a mark," Nafek said, unable to hold back her laughter. At that time, Dr. Promzini's bare skin was too tempting not to leave a mark, thinking they wouldn't have another chance to meet, but who knew fate would bring us closer together? I mean, she wanted to speak directly, but embarrassment held her back. "I wouldn't do anything to someone who didn't give me consent, and you were unconscious. You fell asleep right after you undressed." "The first time I consented." "That's not right. I held back, but you were teasing." "I wasn't teasing. Don't make things up." "Fine, you weren't teasing. You were just a bit tipsy and needed." "Who needed?" "I needed it," Nafek said, moving from lying on Dr. Promzini's lap to sitting beside her, then snuggling close and hugging the owner of the enchanting smile. "Are you not in pain anymore? You're talking a lot." "I was going to ask you." "What? Are you a doctor or a slapper? Each slap shakes my heart." "You'll get it. Why are you being cheeky?" "I'm not cheeky anymore. Now I only have sweet words. Let's go prove it." Dr. Promzini could only shake her head in exasperation at the woman extending her hand for her to hold. She let herself be led into the bedroom. Today, she mightn't have expressed her feelings, but she was sure that her heart had been claimed by someone who had stirred her heart into chaos. But ultimately, this person made her heart feel love. In the dead of night, which should be a time for rest after they'd intimately connected, Dr. Promzini was startled awake by the vibrating phone, signaling a message, just like many nights before. Did the person sleeping next to her know that there was a woman who wanted her so badly that she didn't care if she was being a nuisance? Delicate tingers decided to delete some inappropriate messages. She thought that woman should see a psychiatrist to treat whatever was making her act this way, or she'd lose everything. But then the phone rang, and the person who wouldn't get up to answer it made Dr. Promzini wake her up. A call in the middle of the night could be important. "Nam, don't do that." The urgency in Nafek's voice made Dr. Promzini sigh. Did she make a mistake waking Pat to answer this call? "Okay, I'll go." But before Nafek could get out of bed, the beautiful doctor pinned her down. The phone fell beside her as their lips met in a sweet kiss. From rushing to meet the caller's demands, Nafek now seemed lost in the kiss, which felt like a powerful drug. The more they kissed, the more she wanted. "Prem, I have to go." Dr. Promzini didn't respond to the request, neither allowing nor denying it. Her lips were busy exploring the bearskin, as they always did. Nam said she would, kill herself. Nafek's hoarse words made the kisser pause, but only briefly, before resuming the passionate kiss. Now, the desire to be with the alluring doctor outweighed the threat from her former manager, who said she'd kill herself if Nafek didn't go to her. You know, if someone really wanted to kill themselves, they wouldn't threaten it so many times. Prem, Nafek could barely form words, as she felt like she was floating on clouds, with lips knowing exactly where to touch to make her lose control. Now, the sensitive spots being gently caressed made her forget everything else, focusing only on the pleasure ahead. She loved seeing Dr. Promzini's beautiful face looking at her with desire, because that meant she was important to Dr. Promzini. the hot breaths and hoarse voices calling each other's names echoed in the bedroom, where the air conditioning couldn't cool their heated bodies. Dr. Primzini glanced at the phone, still connected, with a calm look before moving her hips to give the pleasure Pat begged for. She wasn't stopping Nafak from going to her friend. She was just making Nafak focus on her, and letting the woman on the other end know that no matter how much she begged, Nafak's cries of pleasure only called her name. The bedroom pleasure continued as the two desired, even though it was already the next morning. The caller, gripping her phone tightly, would have crushed it if it were plastic. "Ah," Nam screamed, hearing the sounds of pleasure. She heard every word they said and Nafak's cries of joy, calling the name of the woman she hated. What would it take to defeat this woman, the woman who took everything from her, who made her life miserable? She hated Dr. Primzini. The recurring events made Dr. Primzini tired and stressed. The disturbing messages now came during work hours, making it hard to focus on her patients. But today, she was relaxing with close friends, having lunch and chatting as they usually did when they had free time. Even though they each had their own partners, they agreed to meet every 2 weeks or once a month. "Prem, is something wrong?" Dr. Tankhun asked, noticing that Dr. Primzini often looked tired during their meals, even though she usually never got tired of work. "Nothing. Is Lada's hospital overworking you?" "That's a joke. The work isn't hard." "So, there's something else." "Lada and Bo are here. Let's order food." Dr. Tankhun shook his head at the beautiful doctor who wouldn't talk, but he knew something was on her mind, especially when she kept looking at her bag. He guessed it had to do with her phone, as there was nothing else in her bag to worry about. The dinner table was filled with lively conversations and playful banter that made everyone laugh. However, only Dr. Primzini, despite acting as usual, had something troubling her mind, which her three friends could sense just by looking at her. It wasn't about the woman who had a miscarriage and the man who might come back to bother their friend, as Dr. Primzini had assured them that the man wouldn't cause any more trouble. "Prem," Dr. Melanie called out. "What's up, Bo?" responded Dr. Primzini. "I'm worried about you, Prem," Dr. Melanie said straightforwardly, causing Dr. Primzini, who was sitting next to her, to lean on her shoulder as she always did when she was tired. Since their school days, everyone always said that Dr. Melanie had the most charming eyes. "I know, but I'm really fine," Dr. Primzini insisted. "Yeah, right. How many years have we been friends, Dr. Primzini?" Dr. Melanie retorted. "I'm acting normal, yet you still know something's up," Dr. Primzini said with a smile. "What's the point of having friends if they can't help when you're in trouble?" Dr. Melanie replied. Dr. Primzini could only smile at her close friend, who was now making a serious face, causing her to laugh. If she didn't speak up, she knew the three doctors would definitely be upset with her. "It's just something bothering me. That woman wants her lover back," Dr. Primzini finally admitted. "What?" Dr. Melanie asked. "No, read this," Dr. Primzini said, handing her phone over, which showed numerous unread messages from the woman she mentioned. "Pat?" Dr. Melanie guessed. "Yes," Dr. Primzini confirmed. "This is clearly psychotic behavior. Lada, let's go," Bo said, turning to Lada. "Where are we going, Bo?" Dr. Falada asked, confused. She knew Dr. Melanie was the most hot-headed among them, but she didn't expect her to be so serious that she lost her usual charming demeanor. "Prem, you need to arrange for that psycho woman to meet you here. Tankhun, stay with Prem and watch from a distance," Dr. Melanie instructed. "What are you planning to do, Bo?" Dr. Tankhun asked, now equally confused, as Dr. Melanie hadn't explained anything, making it seem like they were communicating telepathically. "Prem, you're the heroine. Act like a heroine being bullied," Dr. Melanie said, ignoring Dr. Tankhun's question. "Bo, where are you taking me?" Dr. Falada asked, puzzled by Dr. Melanie's cryptic instructions. We're going to find the woman who's so desperate to steal someone that she's becoming psychotic. The woman who wants to steal someone. Pat, Dr. Melanie clarified. Dr. Falada smiled at her friend's words and nodded, signaling to Dr. Tankhun, who was still confused, to understand more. Bo, don't forget, we're not the heroines in this story. Dr. Falada reminded. Exactly. If we were the heroines, we'd have to be perfect. But in this story, Prem is the heroine. We're just helping her. But we don't need to stand out. Dr. Falada argued. Whether we stand out or not, we need to be beautiful and charming first. Before they could leave the restaurant, the two doctors laughed, drawing attention from others. But the stares didn't faze the confident doctors as they walked out to execute their freshly hatched plan without wasting any more time. The two women involved in Dr. Melanie's plan received messages that surprised them. Nafak almost jumped off the sofa in her room, where she was waiting for Dr. Premzini. Initially, it was just a message asking her to meet at a restaurant, but soon she received multiple calls from an unfamiliar number. When she answered, she realized it was Dr. Melanie, one of Dr. Premzini's close friends. Okay, Bo, I'll be there right away, Nafek said, not wasting any time as she grabbed her sunglasses and car keys, ready to leave her condo. Meanwhile, the other woman in Dr. Melanie's plan smiled upon seeing Dr. Premzini's message, indicating a desire to talk things out. Nam didn't hesitate to drive to the meeting place. Feeling happy that she was getting her person back, Nafek had to come back to her, and she'd have everything as it was before. Finally, the moment everyone was waiting for arrived. The two women reached the meeting place around the same time. Dr. Melanie and Dr. Falada brought Nafak to a spot where she could clearly see what was about to happen. Despite her bewilderment and questions, Nafak followed the beautiful doctor's instructions to watch closely. Nam and Dr. Premzini. Dr. Premzini smiled at the woman approaching her. She had to admit that this woman was quite cute. If her personality matched her looks, many people would want to be by her side. But her current behavior made everyone want to distance themselves. Please have a seat. Dr. Premzini invited. Are you brave enough to face me now, Dr. Premzini? Nam taunted. Why wouldn't I be? I thought you'd be scared, going around stealing other people's things. Dr. Premzini had to suppress her feelings, maintaining a smile. Today, she was the heroine being bullied by the villain. I don't need to steal. People come to me willingly. Unlike some people who have to do everything to keep someone, but they still want to run away. I'm not talking about you, but if you want to take it personally, go ahead. Nam hated that smirk because it was true. She couldn't deny it. Just say what you have to say. Stop pretending to be nice while insulting others. Nam demanded. If I'm insulting, what do you call what you're doing? Dr. Premzini countered. Nam wanted to scream. Dr. Premzini seemed harmless, but had a way of making her feel like being slapped in the face. What you're doing is what a psychopath does. Shut up. She doesn't want you anymore, yet you still want her. Splash. Water was thrown in Dr. Premzini's face, but she didn't retaliate. She calmly wiped her face and smiled at the furious woman in front of her. Pat is mine. Nam screamed. She isn't an object. She can decide who makes her happy. Are you saying I'm not making her happy? If she was happy with you, she would have left me long ago. But you heard her, didn't you? How happy she is with me. So, who is really the fleeting one? Slap. Nam's hand hit Dr. Premzini's face, causing her to stumble. Despite the pain, Doctor, Premzini smiled at the woman whose face was red with anger. The plan for the heroine to be bullied by the villain was a success. Nam, what the hell are you doing? Nafak's furious voice followed by a push made Nam step back. Dr. Premzini, who was being helped up, couldn't help but smile. The plan for the hero to see the villain hurting the heroine was also a success. I'm telling you right now, I'm not yours. I belong to P. Prem. I love P. Prem. Nafek declared. No, you don't. Can't you see she's manipulating you? Nam cried, realizing Dr. Premzini's smile was laced with poison. I love P. Prem. Pat repeated. I hate her. I'll get you back. Let go of me, Pat. Nam screamed, filled with vengeful rage, making Nafek rush to protect her beloved doctor. But Nam's strength was greater, causing Nafek to fall. Seeing what Nam was about to do, Nafek intervened, resulting in a cut that bled. Ouch. Pat. Both Dr. Premzini and Nam shouted in shock, but Nafek, bleeding, showed no fear. Her eyes were filled with anger, realizing how far Nam would go. From now on, you and I don't know each other anymore. Pat, I'm sorry. Please don't leave me. Nam pleaded, crying, but Nafek's cold stare made her shiver. Knowing Nafek's nature, she could be as kind as an angel but also as ruthless, making someone feel invisible. Don't make me hate you more. I won't take back everything you earned. But please, don't intrude in my life again. Let's go, P. Prem. Two women supported each other as they walked away, leaving behind a woman who once harbored vengeful emotions, now crying and lamenting over the consequences of her own actions. There was no longer the kind-hearted Nafek for Nam. No matter what, Nafek would never turn back to her again. Nam had made a mistake, not being content with what she had, which led to her losing everything now. The villain in real life was now grieving over the outcome she'd brought upon herself. But for the three doctors observing from a distance, they all sighed in relief as their plan had succeeded without any hitches. A villain who harbors ill intentions toward others often ends up with no one left by their side. Lotta, what do you think will be the end for this woman? Bo, weren't you the one who came up with the ending? Why are you asking? The two beautiful doctors conversed while still watching the woman who had made the wrong choices for herself. Only Dr. Tankhun sighed deeply. Beautiful doctors, you two are not the heroines of this story. You don't need to stand out so much. Supporting characters don't stand out. But I think you two are already overshadowing the heroine of the story. Doctor. Tankhun couldn't help but laugh when the two doctors glared at him. I wonder how Prem is doing now. I think she knows what to do to make Pat feel guilty for putting Prem through this. So, are we really the heroines? I made both Dr. Tankhun and Dr. Melanie laugh before they all walked toward the parking lot. The worries about Dr. Premzini's concerns regarding this woman seemed to have dissipated. I can't answer that. Sometimes the heroine doesn't need to be bullied. Dr. Falada's response. Meanwhile, Dr. Premzini, who had taken the actress to the hospital for treatment, had returned to the condo. But the face of the person sitting quietly on the sofa was still filled with anger. She had to tell her to calm down, and now with her hands sweaty, she couldn't help but worry. It seemed like whenever the actress couldn't control her emotions, something was off, but she wasn't entirely sure. Pat. P. Prem. The simultaneous utterance made Dr. Premzini, who was holding a glass of water, smile before sitting down next to the person who looked remorseful with affection. What is it? I'm sorry. Sorry for not knowing anything, making you get hurt, and those crazy messages. They aren't true. I could never love anyone else but you, P. Prem. I know. I can't believe Nam could be so malicious. Think we know someone well, but we mightn't. Pat, you're a woman. You should know how complex women's emotions can be. Dr. Premzini's words made Nafek sigh, realizing the truth that women have complex emotions. What happened today made her feel relieved that she could love this doctor without considering Nam's feelings anymore. But the fact that the doctor wasn't angry puzzled her a bit. If there was a third party involved, shouldn't there be anger? Please be mad at me. I feel terrible. Usually in dramas, if there's an adultery, they fight and end up in bed. I want that too. You'll get it. Take your anti-inflammatory medicine. It's a capsule, not bitter. Dr. Premzini couldn't help but laugh when the actress's face immediately stopped smiling upon seeing the pill. My arm hurts, I can't take the pill. Take it, the capsule isn't bitter. She was brave in other matters, but when it came to medicine, she turned into a little child who needed to be coaxed. "Feed me, my arm really hurts." The person who disliked taking pills continued to plead, hoping the doctor would relent, but it seemed ineffective. Nafak reluctantly took the capsule. But then the glass of water was taken by the doctor herself. Seeing this, Nafak didn't hesitate to offer the capsule to the beautiful doctor. The anti-inflammatory capsule in the doctor's mouth slowly passed down Nafak's throat without difficulty, as the person being fed the pill in such an intimate way didn't resist swallowing the medicine she disliked. The bitterness of the pill was replaced by the sweetness of a kiss, which was always enchanting every time they touched.